Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how you can create your own custom automations to add the same item to other boards. So if you're on one of the paid plans, then you've probably seen that you can automate the app by using one of the workflow recipes. The problem is that you might have triggers that did not exist on the recipes. So for example, if you need to add the same item to another board only when a drop-down label is added to an item, we don't have a recipe for that. Or if when you click a button, you'd like to add the same item to other boards, you still might not be able to do that with the current recipes. And of course, you might have even more complex use cases like certain conditions, which only then add the same item to other boards. So I'm glad to say that we added a custom automation option. So you can build your own triggers that will add the same item to other board. In this example, I have 3 boards which are empty, and I have a master board. So let's say I want to delegate my tasks to the different boards. So I have a drop-down label here, and I'm going to add a couple of labels. So let's add graphic design, copywriting, and we'll leave it with that. So now I can go into automate, board automations, add a new automation, and I'm going to choose when the drop-down column changes, and only if drop-down contains one of graphic design, then I'm going to scroll all the way down, and you can see in the apps you have same item multiple boards. So I'm going to pick that. And I'm going to add it to my board graphic design. And let's add a new one with the same logic. So when any column changes, drop down, and only if drop down contains copywriting, then we're going to add it to our board copywriting. And lastly, we have the button column. And let's say that whenever I click on the button, I want to add it to the other board that I have. So in the button settings, I'm going to create an automation for that. So when button is clicked, add the item to others. Okay, and from here, it's pretty simple. So now I can tag my tasks. So let's say this one is copywriting. This one is going to be graphic design. And when I go into those boards, you can see that the same item was added. So if I change it here, and I will change this one to stock, in the master board, it will be reflected. And for the last one, we're going to pick the other, which is empty. And every time I click on this, it will add the item here. And now you can build your own workflows using the custom automation.